The second,
And
I had that issue too, and the second video is actually SPSS.
okay, maybe I didn't get to that second one then, because I just kept going back to him and then flipping over to the SPSS, and I just couldn't figure out where to pull everything down to plug numbers in, and I was still working on that when you clicked through, so.
I was actually having the exact same problem. I was so confused, and I was so frustrated that they would give us a video with him working in Excel, and I just happened to see that second link and clicked on it, and it's SPSS, and it's dealing with only the couple of problems where you use SPSS to compute the values.
Okay. So I'll need to go in and see that and stuff and see how they're doing it, because I was still struggling with trying to figure out how to make SPSS work when he was doing it in Excel.
I was able to get it from the reading. Ah. Sorry about that, guys.
Oh, that's okay.
No problems. Were there any problems on the prep that you wanted to go over then?
No, I think once I can figure out the SPSS, I'll be fine. This was pretty, I don't know, it seemed like it was pretty self-explanatory. The bell shape is very similar to the Z-score, just figuring out the difference between the Z and the T, and one of the biggest differences is the unknown sigma and not using the applet. And that's where it's frustrating, because we have been used to using the applet and then trying to use, just back to trying to use software when he was instructing on the wrong software. So I'll go back and see if I can find the link in that second video.
Okay. I know I struggled also with SPSS and when to use the T1, that's the T1 or whatever, and when to use the other thing when figuring out. And I think I finally got it though. With going through the reading, it said to be really careful that when you're finding the 95% or the 99%, that you don't use the, I'm using all the wrong words, I'm sure, that you don't use the one sample t-test. And I think that's what I kept doing, is I kept using the one sample t-test to find my 95%.
Right.
And it was completely throwing me off.
Yeah.
So what do you use?
You use your explore, you go into analyze, and then descriptive statistics, and then explore.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing this down so that I can.
And that was to get your confidence interval, right?
Yes.
To get your, that gets you your one sample T confidence interval is, oh my gosh, no. I've got stuff out of whack too now.
Okay, so when you're going into SPSS, I'm going to click over there real quick because I've got it pulled up.
Okay.
We go into Analyze.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. And then the descriptive statistics.
Uh-huh.
And then down to Explore.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
And then you click on whatever you want.
Pops up like variable and put that in the dependent list.
Yeah, and then there's an options. And when you click on the options, it says confidence intervals, and it has a block for you to put in 95 or 99 or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, mine's coming up as explore options, and it says exclude case listwise, pairwise, or report values.
Oh, sorry, not options, statistics. Is there a statistics button?
There is.
Okay, click on the statistics.
And then put it in for the confidence interval mean. And that's where we put in either the 95% or 99%.
Yes. So whenever it is asking you for the confidence interval, the 95, or compute the 99. And during the prep, it wants you to do some long, you're supposed to do it by hand, but then eventually you're supposed to put it into SPSS. That's what you want to use. But then when you want to find the t-distribution and the p-value and the degrees of freedom, then you go into the other one, which is the analyze, compare means, and one sample test. And you have to put in mu, or else it messes everything out. But when you click on that, it gives you a 95% confidence interval, and that's not what you're looking for whenever it says confidence interval.
Right.
And that's what was messing me up, because it'll be a different number. I don't. Did that make any sense?
It does a little bit because I'm pulling this up and looking at it as you're talking to me. So when we're looking at the confidence interval, that's where we pull up the first one. And then the second one where we're going in to analyze and then compare means. What did you say that we're using that one for?
Whenever we're looking for the test statistic, the t-value,
and your p-value,
and your p-value, and your degrees of freedom. Which your degrees of freedom and your test statistics you could do by hand if you wanted.
Okay.
And I already
one sample t-test.
Yeah, and you want to know that because I already took the homework quiz. It was very confusing, but and it took me the longest I've ever taken. I think it took me close to an hour to do those 10 problems because I just could not get those 2 things down. And I still got 2 problems wrong, and I don't know which ones I got wrong.
Oh, man.
I think that's the most frustrating is that he doesn't even release that after the due date.
Yeah.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
If he would release once the homework's been due and has been graded.
Yeah.
That it would be nice if he'd go in and release the homework assignments with the correct answers and stuff so we could see what we did.
Yeah, because I'm really curious if I messed up on the numbers, getting the correct numbers, or if I messed up. So there's a bunch of questions. It gives you all these, just like in the thing, it says, you know, there's this and the mean is this, and let's figure it out. And so there's a bunch of questions. You know, what is the 95% interval? What is the t-distribution? What is the p-value? But then, so you have to compute those numbers in there. But then there's, did we reject or fail to reject? But the wording on there is really, really tricky.
Okay.
And, so I don't know if I got my values wrong or if I got the ones that had the different wording wrong.
Okay. So
I'd like
really long, heartfelt prayer before we take it then, right?
Yeah. For me, it's the worst grade I've got so far on those quizzes, and it took me the longest.
Yeah, this last one, not this one, the one before really threw me because I wasn't ready to take it yet because I opened it during the group meeting.
Yes.
That was bad.
But
I
for me,
that went right after the group meeting, and it wasn't too bad. I just had to get it out of the way.
Yeah, I was totally not ready for that.
Did you do the homework assignment first then, or?
Yeah, I had done the homework assignment earlier in the day, but I didn't even look at it before.
Gotcha.
Before I took the quiz. I just jumped in and did it before I accidentally closed the window.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, this one was, and it was SPSS that was throwing me off. But then I do feel the wording in that quiz was throwing me off, but it might just be me, but it was a little different. So, just a warning.
I will keep that in mind.
I have a hard time with words, though, so it might just be me, too.
No, I just don't think the words have any place in math. I think that math should be 1 + 1 + 1 = 3.
And the alphabet needs to stay out of it.
Yeah.
That's right. There's a place for alphabet and it's reading.
Yeah.
There's a place for numbers and it's math. And the two should never combine.
All right. Shall we start?
Let's see if I can pull this up without
I suppose, if we have to.
quiz.
Yep, go to the group meeting and not homework, and it'll get you started.
Yay! I think I'm in the right one.
All right, don't push start until you know for sure.
Yeah, I'm in the right place.
Okay. I think I would cry if I had done that
Oh.
when it forces your hand.
I think we have to use SPSS on this too.
Okay, well, I've got mine open still.
I
Yeah,
don't.
mine's open.
I just closed mine down, and does it take forever for you guys to open?
Yes.
It does, and sometimes I have to close it out and restart it. Sometimes it doesn't open right.
Yeah, it takes forever. But so I'm gonna get that going, but we can start, even though now I can't scroll.
Okay. So in this lesson, we're assuming that sigma is unknown, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm on now. Okay. Yeah. I need paper.
This is crazy. I don't like these word ones. This is so easy to throw you off because it says the population standard deviation sigma is not known, and then the first question, number 4, is sigma known? But you've got all these other numbers and stuff that you have to look through, and then it comes back to that one little.
But sigma is not known.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
So you see that too.
Mm-hmm.
4 is no, correct?
Right.
Yeah.
See, things like that throw me off because you always wonder if you're missing something else.
I don't like the sigma is not known, but then we have S, which is, I just get confused with all the wordage.
I do too.
Yeah.
I get confused with all the standard deviations, I get confused with all the means and X bars, and I get confused on what is what.
Uh-huh.
And which formulas to use and where to place them, and yeah.
Yeah, the actual math isn't that terrible. It's remembering which math is for what situation.
Exactly. Yeah, the math is not that hard. Okay, so this one we're using the T formula. So let's see. 11 X bar minus mu divided by S divided by the sample size.
I have to write these. Okay, so this one is the T equals the X bar minus mu over S divided by N. So we're just filling them in. The X bar is 11. Sorry, I'm talking through this.
No, it's fine.
I got 1.5 when y'all get there.
I just got it too.
Cool.
But you're getting mu equals 8 and mu is greater than 8.
No, that's that's the null hypothesis and the alternative hypothesis.
That's what I was thinking. So, but in the T
You'll use your null hypothesis that mu equals 8 for this.
Okay, okay. So the 11 minus 8.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and then the square root of 9. Okay, I'm getting error, so hold on. Okay, now I got it. 1.5?
That's what I got.
Okay. I can hear somebody tapping away.
That could be me.
So copy and paste these into... So are you having to put all of them in individually, or can you actually copy and paste them from this page?
I just got them to copy and paste.
I got them to copy and paste too, which would have been helpful during one of the stuff.
My only problem is now I can't get SPSS to work.
Uh-huh.
I mean, they went in, but it's not, I can't transfer the information over to the dependent list to get it to do anything.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, so mine copy and pasted.
Mine copied and pasted.
And nothing. Dang it.
Weird.
Are you having the same problem?
No.
String variables are not allowed in the list, is what I'm getting.
Oh, okay, that happened to me when I was doing my homework or something. So down at the bottom left, you have data view and variable view. Make sure you're on data view.
I am, and it's still not working.
Really? That is exactly what happened to me when I was on variable view.
Yeah, I've done it in both, and it's not working.
Never mind, it says something else. Variable name.
Ooh, sorry about that, guys.
So it just won't let you drag it over to the dependent list?
It won't. I'm thinking some very un-Mormon language right now.
Sounds like English that I know very well.
String variable still. Dang it.
Maybe try. I know it's going to take forever, but maybe try closing the whole thing out.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to. I wonder what happens if I do this. Real quick, just trying something on a lark. Nope, nothing. Okay. Dude.
So I am not sure. I've got everything inputted, but I'm not sure.
Dang it.
Like X bar and S.
So your X bar is the same as your mean.
Which would be
98.22.
Yeah, 2200.
And then your standard or your S is your standard deviation, which is 0.922.
These letters need to start being the same across the board.
Uh-huh. I agree.
So standard deviation is the 0.92201.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm back with you, Monica. I just wanted to... Did you get it to pull up for you?
I've got all crazy going. I'm afraid I've confused my poor computer. Okay. Somehow I wound up with two instances of SPSS up and running, and it was overloading my computer, so you guys were cutting in and out, and I was afraid I was going to lose you guys. So, sorry about that. I'm just now getting stuff put in.
No,
Nope.
that's okay.
No worries.
If I make it through this class without destroying my computer, I'm going to consider it success no matter what grade I get.
This is where I get stuck. Oh, this is where I get stuck. Oh, I see.
I'm almost there, guys.
No, you're good.
No, dude. Ah. Okay.
It's fine.
Okay. So X bar, I got 98.25.
I got 98.220.
Where did that go wrong? I'm sure I punched it in wrong somewhere. Let me look at my data set.
Did you punch it in or did you copy and paste it?
I couldn't copy and paste it. It wouldn't go, so I was punching it in.
Oh.
There's one mistake. Oh man, I am off by one all the way down.
Well, at least it's consistent, right?
Yeah.
I've decided in situations like this that are this painful, you always have to look at the positive.
True. Normally I'm a positive person.
Me too, right up until it comes to math. I told you I've delayed this class for 15 years, right?
I remember you saying that.
So I'm positive I have to make it through this no matter how bad it is. A friend of mine is a math genius. He says I've turned it into a monster when it really isn't. So I'm trying to get past that.
You know, I've been giving myself regular attitude adjustments over this class.
Really?
We have a like a push lawnmower, and we're in Oklahoma City, so we've had a lot of rain and weather, and so my lawn has been growing really fast. And I will go out there and mow the lawn until I'm too tired to be frustrated anymore.
When you're done, you could come and do mine.
I know, right?
Yeah, we do. We have a push mower, but we also have a riding lawnmower, but we have over an acre of lawn. So I think I would kill myself on the push mower. We use that for the hard to reach places.
I'm hoping we'll have some land one of these days soon.
Well, we've got a lot of weeds in a lot of the areas, so. But if you mow them down regularly and they stay green, from a distance they look like grass too.
That's what I'm saying about our yard. And our weeds look so much greener and prettier than the neighbor's Bermuda grass. So I'm going to take it. I'm going to run with it.
There you go. Just don't invite anyone to come over and get too close. As long as you keep it mowed and it stays green, we can pretend it's grass.
Exactly. 98.220, right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Woohoo. Not 89.
Correct.
Okay, we can move on now. What is S? S is a pain in my S. I mean, 0.922, yes?
Yes.
Okay, T-score.
Now this is the one, I think I put this in wrong. Isn't this the one that you said when we're using this and looking for the T-score and p-value, we go into analyze and compare means?
One sample t-test.
Yeah, analyze, compare means one sample t-test, and then you have to put in the mu of 98.6.
Oh, I almost put it for the last problem.
And where do you put the mu in at?
Down underneath where it says test variable and you move it over, underneath that there's a little box that says test value right before you hit OK.
That's what I was wondering, and that was where we put in
your mu, which is 98.6.
98.6.
Yeah.
And did you get negative 1.843?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. Negative 1.843.
Yep.
Awesome. Okay.
And then this was where I was saying don't get confused like I was, because over to the right it says 95% confident interval, and it's completely different from the other one.
And this one here, you actually want the sig two-tailed, right?
For your p-value.
For your p-value.
Yes.
And so that would be point.
Hold on. I think I lost my. Nope. I think I'm there. Sorry. So we want the two-tailed.
As long as your alternative hypothesis is a not equal to.
Okay.
Oh, you want half of that because he's saying the mu would be less than 98.6. So you take that sig, whatever it is, two-tailed, and divide it in half.
And the sig I have is 0.081.
Uh-huh.
So we take half of that.
Uh-huh.
Maybe that's what I got wrong on the homework quiz.
So
0.41. No,
I
0.041.
That from somewhere. Was that in lesson 11 or 10?
That was right here in lesson 11.
I was going to say it was 10 or 11 because it was in this week.
Yeah.
So that gives us 0.0405, so 0.041.
That's what I got.
So, going back on that real quick. So when it's a two-tailed, we divide it in half, but when it's a one-tailed, we don't.
When you're looking for either greater than or less than, you divide it in half. If it's just if your alternative hypothesis is equal to, then you take both tails, or not equal. I'm sorry, not equal to. Then you take both tails. Does that make sense?
And so it doesn't matter if it's two-tailed, then it matters what your hypothesis is.
Right. Right. Yeah, if your alternative hypothesis says that it's either greater than or less than, then you have to divide your two-tailed thing in half.
Okay.
Right.
Well,
I
thought that the greater than, less than. For some reason, I was thinking the equal to or not equal to was two-tailed because it was one or the other.
Right, right. Not greater than, or let me start over. Not equal to would be both tails.
Okay, and since we are only essentially wanting one tail, that's why we divide it in half.
Exactly.
Okay, got it. And since this is less than the 0. Hold on, I need to pull it up. I'm thinking that we are going to reject, but
Right.
I need to reject her.
Because it's smaller than 0.05.
That is our cutoff, and this is smaller, so we do reject the null hypotheses.
Right.
And if it was larger, we would fail to reject.
Right.
Okay, hold on.
More questions, really?
I know, and I'm not concentrating very well. I've got a sick little one, and I can hear my 16-year-old out there trying to keep her from crying, and I'm not very good at ignoring it.
Okay, so number 10, we are, sorry, I was trying to write that stuff down. Number 10, we are failing to reject?
Number 10, we are failing to reject, yes.
Okay.
Hold on. I thought we rejected.
Small numbers, no, if it's small, we reject because it's a small percentage. The percentage is very small that it's according to chance.
Okay. Okay, so it's the larger that we keep or fail to. The smaller we fail to reject because we're keeping the null.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, now I'm confused. Wait, so our p-value is not 0.081. Our p-value is 0.0405.
Right, which you round up to 0.041.
Oh, thank you. I didn't even see that. So that is less than 0.05, so we reject the null hypothesis.
Yes.
Okay. I think I said fail to reject, and that's when I confused Dominique.
Okay. So sorry, now I have to get back on board. Because originally I was saying we reject the null hypothesis based on the 0.041.
Yes.
Okay. I thought you would just
reject.
fail.
I think I said fail to reject, and Monica, you said yes. And then I got confused, Dominique.
We're conspiring against Dominique now. I'm sorry.
Well, this means that my original thought was correct, so I'm going to go back to that one. So
yeah. Okay. And then I got confused, and I'm like, wait, that's what you're saying is not right. Okay, so, but we got it now, right?
Got it. It was 10 is reject.
10 is reject.
Okay. Because it's
so now
0.41, it's not 0.081. Now I'm just wondering what I did wrong on the homework quiz. Because there was p-values, there was rejecting, and I didn't divide any of those p-values, but I can't remember if they were greater than or... Okay, anyways, I'll focus on this one, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Okay.
Oh, man. Hold on.
Okay, what are we doing here first?
I did the copy and paste.
Which I've been punching in while we've while we've been talking about number 10.
What is... Okay, so for this one, we will not divide in half.
This one we would not divide in half.
Okay. Because it's the equal to or not equal to, so it's already two. So we're keeping it as two-sided or two-tailed or whatever.
Okay, I'm still using that.
So analyze, compare mean, one sample t-test, and
our mu is 40 this time, which I just put in 98.6 again, but it's 40.
So that puts our t down as 0.006. And our
t, yeah. So our p-value is 0.995.
yes.
Okay.
0.995.
Okay, so sorry, I had to get my pencil back. So T, you got 0.006?
Yeah, but that's not what it's asking. It's wanting the p-value, which is a 0.995.
Okay, I got that.
So this one is greater than, so we fail to reject.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, she failed to reject. I'm getting caught up again.
No, that's okay. So in 13, if we keep everything the same, except for we now have to cut it in half, right?
Yes.
Oh.
So then it decreases.
So it decreases.
Yes. Oops.
Yes. Awesome.
0.498. So it decreases. You then
reject. Hold on. Which means we reject the null hypothesis.
Yes.
Wait, I thought we were failing.
Once you divide it,
no,
your answer is 0.498. Whoa, we still fail to reject because it would still be above 0.05.
You're right.
Wait, our level of significance is 0.01 now.
Oh, well. It still doesn't matter because 0.498 is still bigger than 0.01.
Oh, I was back on 12. They're the same question. I was so confused. Okay. So, okay. 12, we are failing to reject.
Yes, 12 we failed to reject.
13 decrease.
Decreases the value.
Yes.
And now our Now our p-value is
We still failed to reject it.
0.4975, which is still greater, so we still fail to reject.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So the confidence level. Right.
We didn't even put it in.
So we need to go back and put that.
Into your Explorer. Yes?
Yeah, and I guess just at whatever percent we want. 95?
I would.
Yeah, just leave it.
So at 95, I'm getting 23.4986 and then 56.596.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I don't see why this should change.
That's what I was going to say. So then what would be the next one? Why would it change?
I don't see that it should change. I could be wrong, but I can't see why it should change.
Yeah, I'm not seeing.
The only thing that's changing is the p-value. Nothing else is changing.
Yeah, you're not changing. Yeah, exactly.
So then they are the same.
Right.
I agree.
Okay. So tricky.
That was.
All right, I'm submitting.
So am I.
Yay, 100%.
Wow, how come I can't do this well on the blasted homework quizzes?
You know, 3 minds are better than one. We're good at arguing, and when two of us get one answer, then one of us knows that we need to work harder.
Right? I don't have anybody to argue with me when I'm doing homework quizzes.
Why are you saying that?
But it's great because we can pound it off of each other's heads.
You know what? I should wait to take the homework quiz until after we do this.
Yeah.
I learned things.
Yeah.
Right?
Because I bet that's what I got wrong, because I totally had no... I'm sure I read it somewhere, and it's kind of coming back to me, but the two-tailed thing, I'm sure that's what I got wrong.
I can find that. I've got the thing up. I can probably find the two-tailed thing and show you, find exactly where it is in the blasted text.
I went through this so many times, too, because I got so confused on the SPSS. And then did you read his email that he sent out?
No.
Not if you sent one out today.
He's talking about stuff coming up and how, oh, now I can't remember. But it sounds confusing. Anyways, it's confusing.
Lovely. Okay, that whole dividing it by 2.
Uh-huh.
You go maybe a third or just over a third of the way down on the text. It shows you, it's got the blue box with SPSS instructions, and it's analyze, compare means the one sample t-test.
Oh, awesome.
And if you go down, it has like your alternative hypothesis, mu is not equal to 98.6.
Oh, okay, I see it.
It tells you, it says that you simply divide your sig two-tailed by 2, and it shows the other for if mu is greater than 98.6.
Well, I wish they had one of those in the homework, because I think the homework must have been equal to, or the, whatever, the
Yeah.
information. All right.
All right, it's good.
Cool. Okay, so Monday.
Monday.
Yep.
Sounds good.
Okay, I will see you guys then.
Good luck on your homework.
Yeah, you
Have a
too.
good-
Yep, have
Bye.
a great weekend. Bye.
Bye. Bye.